What's up, guys? That is your boy Will. Welcome to week 2 of our weekly design spotlight. I have some incredible projects from incredibly talented artists, and I'm very excited to share that with you guys. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Let's go. First, guys, I just want to say it's a little bit about type today. There are a lot about type. There's just two. I love type. I think type is really cool. I think how you express letters. Letters already are just characters that we ascribe meaning to when you think about it. It's like think about like hieroglyphs and just different symbols and how we interpret and you look at different language. It's just so interesting to me. Even though like I took 2 years of Spanish and I still don't understand any Spanish in high school, but it's just interesting concept to me that we do letters and that letters are really just symbols. So like logos theoretically can be letters. Um, and they are it's just interesting. It's all about communicating to people, which is just really cool. It's part of the fun part of designing. A lot of people think designing is just creating art, but a lot of designing for me and how I've applied it in my career is communicating messages through design, and getting people to take action upon messages through design. So really exciting stuff. I'm a sucker for good type. I love a good font. I love good word marks. And so that is two of the big projects that we're going to explore today. And then we have off the screen where you can't see it right now, our secret, you got to wait till the end, our secret highlight of the week. So we're going to go ahead and jump off with an X account that some of you guys might know. It's called Type Labo. And they, like it is, do a lot of type and talk about a lot of different type things and how type works and just good design tutorials and different things like that. So Type Labo, awesome X account. I recommend you guys go follow them. But they had this image here. Double click. There it is. Which was showcasing this chaos font, which I really like as well. So no, I really like athletic fonts. I really like long and sporty kind of fonts. And this communicates, obviously, to me that like athletic and motion and movement kind of font. So there's two ways you can communicate motion through type. One is like slants and having like them move and have like motion to it. But another part is like having the motion within the type itself. So that was one thing I really liked was all of these little accents are the same. And so they're the same angle of attack, which I thought was really cool. And it could be already like a normal font, could not necessarily be designed, but it's all about type. So this is the project I like. So really cool, really exciting. I really like the like movement that like navigated me through reading chaos was really cool. I love the just overall style and aesthetic of this chaos font. I'm not a huge fan for purple and yellow. I'm not an LSU guy, but I think it communicates. It's kind of like a Halloweeny. We just got through with October, kind of like a Halloweeny kind of vibe. And yeah, overall, just super awesome. It might be the score font, might be the name of this font. Um, let's see here if I can click on the actual post to go to it and see if there's any context or detail in there. Clean and cohesive, nice. Yeah, a lot of consistent um messaging in there. So anyway, really like this overall project and the board. And again, really just the font. Um that chaos is just like you see that big and bold. I really like I wish he did more concepts with like gear and merch because I think it would this font is like a prime font for designing gear and causing a little bit of chaos. So again, that one was from Type Labo. Make sure you guys go follow them. Really cool. Now we have Rafael Serra, and oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite designers of all time. Just a lot of the different content that he has, also related to type, is incredible. And I get so much inspiration, and it makes me feel like I suck. Freaking type design and logo word marks. I'm like, bro, I gotta get my game up. And I think this is the main project right here. Oh, it was the one I didn't go. I think, yeah. I didn't go with that one. Interesting. The PlayStation one was the first project I saw from him during this week when I was looking, and so yeah, like just so cool. I mean, the to be fair, the PlayStation logo is iconic. Like this should never change. But I'm sorry, no, are you insane? That's a funny like first comment. But objectively, this looks really cool. It's just comparing it to like this is silver, this is gold. And it's like, is silver any less valuable than gold? Not necessarily. There's just more of it, so it's more accessible. But it's not inherently less valuable. Like if you had a bunch of silver, you'd be stoked. And so like this inherently is there, it's just sick. It's incredible. It looks really cool. But it would not be as iconic as the PlayStation logo. But this right here, when I was doing my research, this was the highlight of this project. And it was this Japan artboard here. And just so many cool little nuggets and inspiration that you can pull here. Like I can see like a ton of t-shirt designs that you can pull from inspiration from here. I can see a ton of just like general designs, hat patches, like a ton of gear, and then also just little logos. We call it salt and peppering on our team, but it's like when you're making a graphic, when you're making some level of design, it's cool to throw elements on there to explore and expand. And I'll actually go to, sorry, Instagram.com/solar.pros. I made this. All right, I had to do a little bit of a cut there because I had to figure out Instagram, and it just never lets you log in. Instagram is the worst platform to log into, but this is a asset we made when we were bringing on. Let me make sure my volume's off so I don't have like loud audio speaker coming through with that with copyrighted music. But I made this graphic when we brought on one of our executives. His name's Tyler Jackson, stud, great guy. But we brought him on. We wanted to make this cool video, so I made this video. Classic. It was still in my heyday of making content. But you can see on the back of this little cube here, boom, we added like just some marks and elements and stuff like that. And so that's kind of what I mean with this. With the Japan style, I think it's gonna be right here. Like you can create a lot of these different icons and just keep them saved. And then whenever you're working on a project, you make the text still like editable or stuff like that. But you can incorporate it into cool projects and stuff like that, where it just elevates the overall experience because you're salt and peppering little details and little more icons and marks and stuff like that. And so this was a super fun project to work on. Getting used to Blender. I haven't used Blender. It's probably since I made this bit, but it was super fun to make this like glass reflect. There's another one on my portfolio which I might introduce into a future video. So I won't show it now, but if you go to my dribble, it's one of my dribble. It's a Glass Pros logo that rotates. Really cool. Anyway, I really like this just because it gives me a lot of inspiration around just building different marks and stuff like that, or little like text elements that I can salt and pepper into my designs to make them really cool. And then also on the board was I had the NASA and the Nike. I'm just a sucker for some of these nostalgic-esque, clean, uh, simplified logos and stuff like that. That I think are just really cool. Like that as a patch. All of these as patches are really good. And again, that's just more inspiration and stuff that you can use. And then these retro neon Nike patches I thought were just insane. Like this gives me total, you're at Disneyland and you're going to Space Mountain and you have this whole like rotating globe and stuff like that. Which is really cool and I like a lot. So that was it with Raphael Sarah, like just incredible designer. I recommend you guys go follow him, and he has a lot of really good content on his X profile. So next up, a cool little bit of a fun experience here. It's called Board.fun. I love board games, one of my favorite board games, and it's gonna be taken out of context, but Secret Hitler is one of the best board games of all time. I've played probably hundreds of hours of it at this point. We played it last night with our church group, and so just super fun to play board games, play chess, play just a bunch of different things. And this was a project I found that you can apparently buy an early founders edition right now, but it is a tabletop like virtual board game. So it's like this thing and gets pieces and you can basically make it any board game you want, which I just think is genius. And it's just focused on like it's not like an iPad where you have like you can play games, but each person has to have their own device. It's like an infinite board game on there, which I think is just a really cool concept. And I'm like, hey, in the future, we're gonna have tables that just have this built in, and you guys can play any game that you want to and stuff like that, and a lot of that. So I really like this aspect and this concept in this game, and I think it like this is what I hope some products come out with the future is that we can all work together and make just really cool, really awesome board games and stuff like that. And there's actually a really good interview. I can include it in the description Um, but it's a let me my sound is off, so you guys will be able to. But Dive Club interviews the guy who did a lot of the UX UI design for the project. And so just a really cool, this is how I found it actually. Just a really cool um conversation that you guys can tap into, and I recommend you guys listen to after you finish this video, of him going through some of the challenges and stuff he had with designing a product like this and doing a lot of the UI UX. But again, this is a product I both will be a customer of and really like the story of as well. And so I recommend you guys go watch that. Next, we have TL Draw. And so I found this, I think I was just scrolling X and I was like, this is one of the coolest concepts ever. So I had to dive into it and like physically test it myself. So we will do a live demo here. But this was between these two Chrome. He said cross browser to Chrome X Safari when I saw this like connector point. I thought that was really cool. And so it's kind of like a mood board or whiteboarding tool. So I like Figma Jam. I also use Milano, as you guys know, for a lot of my like jam style boards from Steve Runes. But the application is called, I think, TL Draw. And then if we go to, like, look at that. That is so sick that you can go across from Safari and Chrome together. So I opened up my TL Draw board and I have both of them here, and I've not been able to duplicate or recreate this functionality. It like just mirrors, and it's a live mirror, which is really nice. You know, like if you're sharing a board with people, there's live updates. But I haven't been able, this is Safari and Chrome. I have not been able to do that cross pattern thing. Maybe if I make a new one here, tldraw.com. Boom. I'm logged in. Maybe is there a button that has me connect them? Maybe I just don't know what to do. Upload media, insert, embed, export, view. Yeah, well, those features, actions, aligning things, physically draw. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just the live view. And hopefully the TL Draw people see this video and they're like, oh, you idiot, here's how you actually do it. But regardless, I did play around with this for a little bit, and it is a nice whiteboarding tool. I don't think it's as dialed as like a Figma Jam. I can't expect it to be. It feels like a newer product, and it probably doesn't have the budget that Figma has as a public company. But I thought this was a really good just general prototyping and whiteboarding kind of tool. And so, and like you saw, it is live, so you can share the board with other people, have them go to it, and you guys can like live see each other's updates and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool. So but yeah, I just thought it was crazy to see like how sick would that be to like I don't know, this is just such a sick concept to me. I don't understand why I like it so much, but it just feels so cool that you can do that. That you could connect the projects and the boards. Um, and he uploaded this 2 years ago, so it definitely probably should have. I didn't even notice when this was published. This was published, I don't even know how I got recommended this. This was published 2 years ago, 1.8 million views with the cross compatibility. I literally didn't notice the date or anything like that, so it definitely should work by now. What the heck? Oh, man. So now I probably am just dumb, so I'll have to, reach out to the TL Draw team and maybe make a separate video just on that. And I think it'd be a fun video to talk to you guys and communicate how I just whiteboard and how I brainstorm different things with shoots and stuff like that. Or I can go a little bit back into my project management with some of the projects I'm working on. So anyway, really like this. And now for our spotlight of the week. Spotlight of the week. Boom. We have the unfazed project here on Behance. And again, a little bit on the theme of type. Looks like I need to log into my account. Boom. Boom. Don't show my password. Okay. Perfect. Do 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 do. I don't want to get copyrighted. Okay. The unfazed. I think there is just a little bit of that Roman Empire, and I know this might not. This is like Greek or what. I don't know. I don't know the time period, the image, but there is a little bit of that ancient, like gladiator style feel to this content. I know that's kind of in right now. Like I know a lot of the guys I work with are really into that old, like just Roman characters and building out this gladiator persona of themselves. Like they view themselves as gladiators and they view themselves as wanting to be like gladiators. That is back, and so this is part of that. I don't know when this project was published. Maybe this was like 5 years ago. I don't know. But really good brief. It says 2014, so it was probably within the last year. But I really liked this project. This was my highlight of the week, and a little bit of the triangle personas. The main reason was just the word mark, and that's the before and then after, just emboldening. Yeah, I just love this. I love the colors. I love a lot of the key imagery that was used in the layouts. The tape. I think there was a box. The box was one of the yeah, like this box I think was what sold it for me. Right here, the patterns, the peppering of details. Oh my gosh. The tall fonts with the scribble. I just am such a sucker for this style, man. Oh, it looks so good in red and black. Go dogs. If you don't know, I'm a big Georgia Bulldogs fan, but I mean, I just love red and black. I think red is such an aggressive and athletic and energy focused color that I just love seeing. Like if you look at the pros content, you can see it like already here. Like red and black is incorporated, or like red is our primary color because I love that just general style of it just it hits every time. And I really like this complementary font that they use for the title. So I need to figure out what font that is. If you know what font that is, please drop it in the comments below. But yeah, so this is our weekly spotlight winner. The top highlight. I can't remember what I announced it for the last week, but this is our top dog of the weekly spotlight. This unfazed project. Again, love the colors, love the thought behind it. Love a ton of the like. I like how the in the icon, or it's kind of the icon, but what do they call when they merge the gosh, I'm awful at this. Oh man, the monogram. Um, they're able to put together just the different symbol and meaning for it to drive it all home. And like this with gear would kill. I think this is a very much like a um Flag Nor Fail, Rob Bailey, or in that same general style with like a Roman or gladiator or old feel to it as well. That's yet so modern. Be part of the unfazed movement. Oh, I want to be unfazed, bro. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this week of the Weekly Spotlight, dropping every single week. I don't have a consistent day yet because I don't want to overcommit, but just know every week I drop this video. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure if you like this, drop a like, hit a comment, and just what was your favorite project? Like I want to make this more of a community focused video where we just break things down. And so thank you guys so much for watching. Follow me on the socials, subscribe, and I just want to continue to connect and talk about design and talk about things that we're super passionate about and just love. Anyway, my name is Will, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.